What if I told you the secret to wealth has less to do with your bank account and way more to do with your energy? Well, today we're diving into the spiritual laws of money, a totally different way to look at financial success, all based on our source material.
I mean, you've seen this, right? It can be so frustrating. You see someone who seems to just show up at the perfect moment and everything flows to them, while someone else is working 3 jobs and can barely get by. So, what is really going on?
Well, the source we're looking at today says the answer isn't about hustling harder. It's about the specific energetic frequency you're putting out there every single day. Kind of weird, right? But let's break down what that actually means.
Okay, so let's start with what our source calls the money paradox. This is that huge, frustrating gap between how much effort we pour into something and the financial results we actually get back. So check this out. Our source material paints a picture of two very different mindsets. And it's not about one person being smarter or more skilled. The real difference is their core beliefs. The struggling worker is always coming from a place of I need, which is a vibration of lack. But the effortless achiever, they operate from I'm ready. It's a subtle shift, but it changes everything. So here's the bottom line. The source argues that money doesn't really care how much you know or how hard you try. It only responds to the signal you're transmitting. It's not about chasing it, it's about being in resonance with it.
Okay, so if it's all about frequency, what in the world is a financial frequency? Let's unpack what the source material says is the universe's real operating language when it comes to cash.
Right, so here's the core idea. Think of it like a radio. You can't tune into a classical station if your dial is set to rock and roll. Your financial frequency is the station you're broadcasting 24/7, and it's made up of what you secretly believe about your own worth and your deepest feelings about money. And according to our source, the universe doesn't judge you. It just plays the song you've selected.
I love this metaphor. Your financial situation isn't a reward for being good or a punishment for being bad. It's just a mirror. It's totally neutral. It just reflects your inner world back to you without any emotion. So if you change what's inside, the reflection has to change.
This chart from our source really puts it all into perspective. I mean, of course, hard work and skill matter, but they're secondary. The single most powerful factor, the thing that really moves the needle, is your underlying energetic frequency. So if frequency is the secret sauce, how do we change it? In this next section, we're going to get into the practical steps for actually rewriting your inner financial code. According to the source, these common phrases, they aren't just harmless comments we make. They're actually vibrational contracts that we've signed with lack. Every time you say them, you're stamping that agreement and keeping abundance away. I think this metaphor is just brilliant. Think of every word you say about money as a line of code. Saying, I'm always broke, is a command. The universe doesn't argue with you, it just runs the program you wrote. Your words are literally building your financial reality. And the shift here is so practical. Just notice how the language on the left is kind of passive and victim-y, while the language on the right is active and empowered. I can't afford that becomes, that's not a priority for me right now, which is a conscious choice. This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about taking the wheel. Okay, we've talked about our internal state and the words we use. But how does this all translate into actual action? This next part is all about living in the flow and bringing this new reality to life. This quote introduces a really critical idea from our source, the law of circulation. The whole point is that hoarding money out of fear actually pushes it away. Think about it like investing or even giving to charity. When you let money go with a positive intention, you create a space for even more to flow back in. A clenched fist can't receive anything. So how do you actually do this? Well, first, when you spend money, try to do it with a feeling of trust, not a feeling of loss. Second, attach an intention to it. You can just silently declare that this money is coming back to you. And third, and this is a big one, stay open. The universe might surprise you and send it back from a totally unexpected place. And that leads us to another powerful concept from the source, the law of assumption. Now, this is not fake it till you make it. This is about choosing to feel wealthy and abundant right now, no matter what your bank statement says. It's about operating from the feeling of already having what you want, which then forces your outside world to catch up. And this comparison just makes it so clear. Hope broadcasts a signal of lack. It says, I don't have it yet. But presence, that broadcasts a signal of wholeness. It's the decision to embody the state you want to be in today, which is what our source says actually makes it your reality. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds amazing, but where do I even start? Well, you're in luck. This last section gives us a really tangible 7-day action plan straight from our source material. This whole framework is about building discipline. It's not about some big, flashy moment of inspiration. It's about small, consistent, intentional actions. You start on day 1 by just unsubscribing from thoughts that make you feel small. Then on day 2, you watch your words. Each step builds on the last, helping you create a whole new financial identity from the ground up.
And if there's one key takeaway here, it's to just start with one thing. You don't need to do all of this at once. The source really emphasizes that the power is in consistency. Just one new thought or one new sentence repeated every day with real belief can start to dismantle years of old programming.
And that's where we'll leave it. Our source material puts forward this really powerful idea that your financial world is just a mirror. So the final question isn't about what you're going to do, it's about what frequency you're going to choose to broadcast, starting right now.